All right, so I want to talk about something that I reviewed this a couple months back, and I'm here to revisit this product, which is the AGPTek 1080p 60 frame per second USB 3.0. Now I'm going to tell you my my time with it before and after the firmware update. Yes, I did say that there is a firmware update for this product. I'll get to that second. So, you know, for the price, this is still a great deal. And I picked this up at Amazon for like 90 bucks. So, this is a great product. Now, there were some things I did notice I did find it was a bit strange. Which one was this thing wouldn't connect to a 3.0 for some reason. I don't know why. I just couldn't find it. The other one was the color was a bit off, and the sharpness was that was also a bit off. So, been streaming for months. You can see some of my past videos on my channel. You'll see that, especially like some of the older Fortnite videos, Terra, and then you'll see the newer ones that's going to come out. I don't think I have a video yet post patch, but this might be the first video. So the time I had with this, how easy it is to plug it in and put it in and just go with it, it's fine. Oh, quick disclaimer. When I use this, I use this on a Linux machine. So I'm running on Linux Mint 19. I'm not running this on Windows. I know some people have issues with Windows. I did try this on Windows. There were some issues. I don't know what it is. I'm assuming it has to be OBS or something, because it's so crazy that even though I'm using OBS on Linux, it almost feels like two different animals for some reason. I don't know why, but I always get the when the audio plays, it skips. Like, it'll play for a good 2 minutes and then stops for 10 seconds and then it'll play again. Now, before the patch, the issue was I had a video issue, which OBS didn't like. The audio was fine, but it just didn't like the video. So I gave all that up. I went to Linux, and even though I played in a 2.0, it picked up a 2.0. It was letting me play this game at 60 frames per second. I was okay with that. I knew the color was off. I knew the sharpness was a bit off, but I was okay with that. 3 days ago, for some odd reason, I wanted to visit the website. I just wanted to see the product a bit more. Maybe there's something I miss, or really asking myself, why did they come up with such a great product and a price they're selling, and you have this little issue that really is a big deal, because because when you're doing things online, you're pretty much presented to people. And as I did end up visiting the page for this product on the website, and when I went to the bottom of the website, there was a firmware update for this product. So I went on and downloaded that. This has to be done on Windows, though. You can't do it in any other operating system. This is a Windows only. And you'll find there is a bat file in there, and then the executable file to run the program to make that patch. So I went on and executed those things, and once that was done, first thing I noticed that Linux did not want to run at 60 frames on 2.0, which that should I believe that's the way it's supposed to be, and the 3.0 being greater than 2, obvious. And when I hit that one, that was running at 60 frames per second. Now, I did have issues with the USB on the 3.0, but that's for another topic, which I end up figuring that out. So if you guys want to figure out some stuff, I'll put that towards the end of the video. But once I was able to take care of the patch, I went back into Linux. The OBS was working fine. The sound was fine. The color was correct. The sharpness was there. And whatever the 3 issues I was having, they were addressed by this patch. I think it was color, sharpness, and not able to run 3.0. That's USB 3.0. So those were the only three that was my issue, and now was addressed by this patch. So what do I think now? Now we're almost at the end of July. I had this in March, and I will say again, this is definitely the best way to go. I think this is the worth the purchase. Now, that being said, I do believe the cases will be different for each person for different hardware. Now, I'm running on an MSI 970 board. It's a decent board, and the sound just, I don't know what's going on. I updated the latest driver and everything, but it just keep doing it. I thought for a second that it was something wrong with the capture card, but even after the patch and everything, I went back to Lynx, but Lynx doesn't have that issue. It sound perfectly fine. Everything was dead on point. So I don't know what to say, but this product is well. So if you guys have any questions, or you're in the fence of looking for one but don't want to spend an arm and a leg. Now, the reason why I picked this particular device, people's always ask me, why did you pick that one instead of like the Elgato or something like that? Well, the thing is that this is cross-platform friendly. I can go to any platform with this and it'll work. That's the whole point of why I ended up getting this. And I kind of want to get out of Windows. I wanted to go back into Linux because Windows is too much resource. I can't turn off half the stuff that's on the operating system. It's a great operating system, but if you want to do the streaming, you have to pay an arm and leg to try to at least avoid that. And I don't feel like going through that. I have a 16 gigs on my board, and everything works fine. Like the way I have it now is like there's no live tiles running all the time, or something's running that I don't want it to run. You can't kill Cortana behind the task, and those things are pretty annoying. So until Microsoft comes up with its own operating system for the gamers, that eliminates all these other things, I'm just going to stay where I'm at, and I'm perfectly fine. I don't even play PC games like that, but I do a lot of computer stuff, and this device right here, it's a winner. I can't even express how great the value of this device can do. I can do so much with this for the price that was asking for. I think it's still $90 at Amazon, so you can check that out. If you have any questions, any concerns, or you're trying to think about the product, you want to ask a few more questions, or those who are trying to go into Linux and trying to ask the questions like, okay, how did you do this, how did you do that, how did you make this work? The other thing, I tell you what, there was a lot of discoveries I had to learn on Linux. I'm a good Linux user. I'm not professional, but I'm pretty good, and there's a lot of things I've learned, like OBS doesn't have a web browser. I learned how to put that in there. Somebody ended up writing some sort of file. I was able to add it on into it as a plugin, so now I can plug in all my stuff from Streamlabs into it. So I'm going to go ahead and I guess stop this video. Ask any questions. Just find me on Twitter, Mixer, Twitch, or right here on YouTube. Just ask away. Go in the comments below, or get a hold of me on Xbox Live and Nervous Breakdown, and just ask a question about the capture card. That way I can I can answer more questions to make your purchase better. Now, the other thing also, I know there was a guy who made a video. He was talking about how this thing sucks, it's fraud, doesn't do 60 FPS, and I really believe he wasn't paying attention what he was doing, or he just had a bad product. Just that one was a bad apple. So I hope he's watching this video and maybe rethink again. But again, I'm running this thing on OBS and here on Linux Mint, and I have no issue. So thanks for watching, and hopefully you'll see the rest of my videos after this. You'll see after patch, see how the game runs. Thank you.